so this is my first time doing this kind of video. Basically, I'm just going to be looking at the recent changes made in the patch 1.2.0, which I think has made quite a lot of big changes. They've changed Kaleidoscope, like fucking loads. Nerfs for the fucking Hannibal and BSV, which were very needed. I saw a preview from that video that they put up, which was basically showing all the new cover spots and things that they've put on the map. They kind of look like they've just been placed there. Like, it looks kind of shit. But I'm hoping it looks a bit more like natural when I'm actually playing. It doesn't feel like they've just put cover in there that just looks like it doesn't really belong on the map. It's just like there for the sake of just being extra cover. The Hannibal needed this nerf so badly. I hadn't actually played the Hannibal. I saw someone playing in it, and that fucking gun never overheated. It just could keep firing forever. Comparing it to like every single other vehicle that has a weapon that can overheat, it took way too long to overheat for sure. So this was a good nerf. BSV, I think this is also a really good nerf for the BSV. It definitely needed a nerf to its damage it did over distance. It was just fucked, I think. I've seen a lot of people using that one. It's like S something MGL. The other, let me check the name. Okay, so it's the S-FAR MGL. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. I don't really give a fuck. But everyone's been spamming the shit out of that gun as well as the BSV. I'm kind of worried that people are just going to switch to using that gun because they've made no changes to it. And the S-FAR's damage over range is also pretty fucking crazy. Still lots of people have been using the 12M auto and the K30. But I never really... Most of the times where I get killed by the K30 or the 12M, like, I never feel like, oh wow, like, if that gun wasn't in the game, I wouldn't have died there. But the S-FAR and the BSV just piss me off on a regular basis, so I'm glad one of them is nerfed at least. Aim assist on controllers, I guess, whatever. I actually use a controller, but I've never really thought much of the aim assist. I like the profiles. That seems like a nice touch. I haven't actually seen what that means, but that is cool. And the changes to specialist style. But I think the main three things from this patch that stand out for me is a BSV nerf, which is nice to see, a stealth heli nerf, because I honestly think they completely invalidate the Nightbird. Like, they have more HP seemingly. They can never be locked onto. They have more firepower. Why would you ever pick a Nightbird over a stealth heli? I have no idea. But yeah, anyway, now I was gonna jump onto Kaleidoscope and see what the changes are like. So let's go. And just so you guys know, I've got 458 hours here, as you can see. So that's just me showing that I'm not just some random fucking idiot just talking about the game. I actually kind of know what I'm talking about. I'm not the best player in the world, but I've got a lot of experience playing the game. Let's go. Okay, so I'm in this custom server just to look at the new map. There we go. What the fuck was that? How the hell did he get... No, fuck this guy. Fuck this pussy bitch. Can I play the game like that, you little bitch boy? Watch this. Oh, this guy's about to get fucking baited. What? Okay, I'm fairly certain this guy's hacking. Is this guy hacking? We'll never know. Actually, we will know, because he's about to get lit up by the fucking Nightbird. Piece of shit. Okay, he is definitely hacking. There is no doubt in my mind that this fucking piece of shit is hacking. How do you kill a hacker? Is there any way of killing a hacker? I'm gonna just go as silence and we're gonna look around the map, try and avoid these fucking hacking pieces of shit. So, anyway, looking at the changes, I think there's some cover down there at D1. Yeah, D1's a bit different. Honestly, this doesn't really faze me. It's whatever. Got stuff here. This looks kind of messy. I don't know if it looks like this off spawn or if some shit has happened here, but This kind of looks trashy, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how I feel about that. Actually, I do know how I feel about that. It's bad. Got you down. There you are. I do like this though. Like, having cover here is quite nice. I feel like Kaleidoscope was just one of those maps where it's quite hard to have a choke point because there's so little cover that people don't accumulate at one point, and I guess that's what they're trying to go for here, which I like that change. I am quite a fan of choke points. I think I'd say a fair amount of Battlefield fans are probably, you know, into choke points. That sounds kind of weird when I say it like that. They're not into choking, but they're into choke points. Wait, what the I only just realised F1 has literally been removed from the map. Are these hackers fucking hacked F1 off the map, or is it like that now? I mean, it doesn't really make any difference, I feel like, having this as a point or not, if it is actually like this, because the fucking zip lines are still there. I'm not sure if really the core problems of Kaleidoscope have really been addressed by this update though. I feel like the main problems I had with this map are, no matter how much your team try to make pushes down to E1, to D1, B1, B2, C and A1, no matter what the fuck goes on down here, if your team don't have F1, or now only F2, and A2, people will just parachute on you from anywhere on the map. And to be honest, even without those points, you still have like your bases, and anyone, like, I mean, especially Sundance, but to be fair, literally any specialist with a parachute can just jump off the base and go to any objective on the map and just flank anyone. So it's so easy to flank or get to any objective on the map without having to go through players, that it kind of it's like an anti-choke point map, like, just by nature. So I feel like adding like points like that, I mean, I guess with D1 in particular, because it is quite like a boxed in thing, you can't jump on it like you can with any other objective in the map, apart from the high-rise ones. I don't know, I just feel like this doesn't really change much. Oh, actually, something I do want to see is, on D1 there was this kind of like secret hiding spot where if you play Sundance, you can kind of go above D1, and it was kind of like a glitch. I'm sure a lot of players who played this game for a while know about it. I don't know if you can get up there with McKay, but I know for sure you can get up there with Sundance because I played it all the time. Let's see right here if you can still do it. This laggy fucking Sundance. Oh, you can't anymore. That's huge. That's such a big change that they really needed to fix that. Yeah, that's actually a really good change. So basically before, I don't have any footage of it, but before you could go under D1 and go up, if that makes sense, like I just tried to do. And you could glitch through the ceiling and shoot anyone that was like down below, and people would just not know what the fuck's going on. So yeah, that's actually a really good change. I mean, I don't know how the base game, you know, wasn't just like that. So yeah, and that's nice that that's gone now. B1, let's check out B1. It's a whole new point. I do think this was a good change. B1, B2, like, this is now just B2. It felt kind of pointless having two points right next to each other. And I mean, to be honest, I guess E1 and E2 are kind of different in the sense that E2 is like underground. But this is nice. This is a really good change, I think, because this whole side of the map, this corner outside base, wasn't really used. It gives this team a reason to come this far. But then, like I said before, like, players can just spawn from base and just drop here. I can't get the map because I think this room has the map disabled. I guess it's like a kind of hardcore map or something. So, oh wait, maybe they weren't. Maybe these guys aren't hackers. Maybe they're just like, maybe this is hardcore map. No, this guy only hits headshots. I'm convinced he's a hacker. I don't give a fuck. So they're hardcore, and this guy is just a fucking god. I mean, or he's a hacker. I don't really give a fuck either way. Hopefully he doesn't kill me again. But anyway, because I think... Oh, fuck. Okay, well this is kind of glitchy. I don't know. This is just Battlefield things, I guess. Can I get back up there? Was that like kind of... Was that glitch? Okay. Well, okay. Well, anyway, yeah, they've really done a good job on this map right here. They've really done a lot for the game. That was a bit weird. All right. Well, just forget about that for now. All this cover is completely invalidated by the fact that you can just sit up there like that guy sniping, or just jump down with a parachute and just drop on anyone. So it's a nice point, but I think it's kind of wasted on Kaleidoscope. They've added so much of this like trash on the floor. Pretty much the only thing I liked about Kaleidoscope was that it was quite a clean map. Why would you do this? I mean, there's a lot of visual changes. I don't know if I want to go through every single tiny detail of this map that's been changed. This actually looks very beautiful. That looks nice. This actually looks really nice. They've got this kind of like, it almost looks like what's it called? The Japanese style tree. I don't know what the fuck it's called. They're normally like tiny, but this one looks massive. But anyway, it looks like that kind of tree. Oh, this looks nice. Okay, this is a really nice section. This whole area of the map was quite shit. Very bland, not much character to it. I don't know why they'd have to throw trash all over the floor like this, like why, but they have done. This makes C1 a lot cooler to fight on. I mean, they've still got massive open zones like that. Doesn't really change anything. C1 looks a lot flatter. There's definitely notable changes in elevation on the map, which is nice. But I'll check E1 real quick while I'm just before I wrap things up, but I'm fairly certain that's everything. Oh wait, no, I didn't even mention the fact that F1 and G1 have completely moved. F1 is now at the bottom, so they've done like an A1, A2 thing, but with F1, okay. I mean, I guess that's, they're at least being consistent with it. G1 is now the base of what F1 used to be. I did think the G1 before was a bit out of place, so I think that's nice, keeping things a little bit closer together. Nothing has really changed in terms of the fundamentals of how the map's going to be played. It's kind of just like they've jazzed it up a bit by changing the design. It looks different. Some sections look better. I think some sections probably look a little bit worse, but not by much. Overall, I think it's a nice change. Like, I'm all about just mixing things up. Okay, maybe the change to D1 is probably going to make a difference. I'm going to say that. This change right here is probably the only change that's going to actually make a difference to the actual gameplay. Because when you're in D1 and you're pushing E1, or pushing for B1, or B2 now, I guess, like, people can't drop on you. Honestly, that might be one of the only good changes that they could make to the rest of the objectives. Like, add some cover on it. I guess, B2 has that shitty roof, but like, add some actual cover. Like, make more of the objectives on the ground buildings. I think would be a really good change for Kaleidoscope. Or more areas where you can't just, you can't gain such a huge advantage from being able to just jump off a roof and like being above your opponents. Like, I don't know if being above your opponents shouldn't give you as much of an advantage as it does. I mean, I guess high ground is always going to give you a certain amount of advantage, but it just feels like sometimes, you're just running around on the ground, and just at any moment, someone could just drop on you as Sundance, or drop on you as any class on a parachute, and just kill you, and there's just nothing you can do about it. I don't know what the fuck is going on over here. That was a nice little display of bullets. Is this some like hacker shit? Or is that like, I don't know if this is, this is only my personal opinion, because I know some people might like the fact that, you know, there's high ground and you can jump down on people and, you know, gain advantage, or, I mean, I don't know how, I mean, you can literally just jump from base, saying that. Like, as Sundance, I can literally I can flank them from above, from base to anywhere on the map apart from up on these skyscrapers, which I think is a bit silly. Like, you don't even have to have an objective cap to be able to do that. I think that's a bit, like, it's a bit too much, maybe. If they were going to make another change, I doubt they will, because they've only just changed it. So if they changed it again, then, I mean, if they changed it again, that would mean that, in their mind, the only thing wrong with the game is Kaleidoscope, which I think is not correct. I think that a lot of maps could have changes to them. I don't know if anyone cares about my takes on how other maps could be changed, or the problems, the fundamental problems with other maps. Sometimes I don't know how to end videos. How do you end a video? Goodbye.